Okay, so good morning, everyone. And yeah, it took a little bit of time to set this up. Uh, so we are a couple of seconds late today. So, good morning and welcome to day 21 Magnificent Outcomes of the Magic. This is an interesting chapter because this actually, I find it very interesting for some reason. So, let's see what it has to offer. Starts with a quote. You say grace before meals. Grace is basically thanks. So you say grace before meals. All right. But I say grace before the concert and opera, and grace before the play and pantomime. Pantomime. And grace before I open a book, and grace before sketching, painting, swimming, fencing, boxing, walking, playing, dancing, and grace before I dip the pen in the ink. G.K. Chesterton. So, what basically is the writer or the person whoever said this quote is that people usually say grace or thanks before meals. That is very common in the Western countries, but he's trying to contradict and say that you say grace only before you eat meal because you are getting something, right? You are getting the food, and that is why you are saying the grace. But do you get anything when you do any other work, or do you get, do you have a result in front of you at the moment? People usually say grace when or thanks when they have something that is already presented to them. Uh, they don't say grace for something that you do casually. So probably I'll be thankful if some my mother when my mother gives me food in the morning. But I may not be thankful when I am going for a walk or when I'm going for a drive or when I'm going somewhere because you don't get anything in front of you for to be thankful for. We all want good outcomes to everything we do. In giving thanks before he performed an action, the writer Gilbert Keith Chesterton used the magic of gratitude to guarantee the outcome he wanted. So basically, this lesson is about three things that you need to keep in mind. So, the first thing that this lesson will teach you you know, or speak about is something called preemptive gratitude. Preemptive gratitude, right? So, it is before gratitude before something happens in life. The ne oh, sorry, my throat has been bad for days. So the next one is to help rewire, rewire the subconscious. Second thing is to rewire the subconscious. The third thing that you will learn in this lesson is to how your approach to something with a belief can shift the situation. So let's say learning the difference between hoping and knowing, right? So these three things is something that we will go through in this lesson. And the most important is your preemptive gratitude and hoping, the difference between hoping and knowing. Okay. So you will have had times when you thought to yourself, I hope this goes well. I hope this turns out okay. Or I'm going to need a lot of luck. All these thoughts are hoping for a good outcome to a situation. But life doesn't happen by chance or because of a stroke of luck. The laws of the universe operate mathematically to the finest possible degree. That is something you cannot count on. This is something very common in our nature. Whenever we want something or whenever we are doing something, we always have a hope. We even say that, oh, I hope this goes well. I hope this turns out good. I hope I'm lucky for this. All of us have hope, right? But does the universe work on that platform? Does the universe work on hope, or does the universe work on definitiveness, or something that will happen, that is supposed to happen, will happen? That definitive part is what universe works on. Universe works on a magically mathematical precision. Precisely what will happen has to happen. I was reading it somewhere that it is technically not possible. The fastest thing that moves, the fastest speed that can be achieved by anything is the light. It is the speed of light, right? Have you ever thought that why can't something be faster than light? There is in the Vedic wisdom, thought is considered faster than light, but in physical reality, there is nothing that goes faster than light. Technically, it is not possible for anything to go faster than light. It is a mathematical calculation that is the fastest speed that something can achieve. So everything in the universe has got a mathematical equation and a mathematical definitiveness. It is what it is. The pilot doesn't hope that the laws of physics will keep working during his flight because he knows the laws of physics will never fail. You don't go into your day and hope that the law of gravity will keep you on ground because you don't float off into space. You know there's no chance at play and gravity law will never fail. So a couple of things that we do in our life, we don't doubt it, do because we think it is definitive. It will happen. For example, you will never doubt gravity is going to fail, right? You will never doubt that the laws of physics will fail when the plane is flying. You you never go there. You never go to that ground. You believe you know something like but do you really know? Do you? It is a force. It is a magnetic force, right? It can change. There is possibility that at some place the physics laws of physics can change, but you don't think that. The thought that gravity will hold you onto this earth is very strong. You don't have a doubt about it. It is definitive. If you want magnificent outcomes to everything you do, then you have to use the law that governs the outcome, the law of attraction. That means you have to see your thoughts and feelings to attract magnificent outcomes to you. And being grateful to magnificent outcomes is one of the simplest way to do that. So if you want anything, if you want something to happen to you, you need to always go with the law of attraction. That means you need to use your thoughts and feelings to attract magnificent outcomes. Now, the law of attraction says what? If you are doubtful about something that will happen in your life, or if you're doubtful that this may happen, may not happen, as per the law of attraction, you are not hoping. You are not actually hoping that it is going to happen good. You are attracting doubt. You are attracting uncertainty. When you hope, if you're trying to do something, if you're trying to make something in life, and you're hoping, okay, I'll hope that this will happen, then you're actually not being you're actually not attracting positivity to it. You're actually attracting doubt towards it. But if you do something without the doubt, and if you do it and say that I will make it one day, or I will make it through one day, that is the definitiveness you are having. And that will attract success in your life because You are thinking about attracting that magnificent outcome that you want in your life. All right. The magnificent outcome practice is being grateful before you do something you want to get well. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome to work, to the work meeting, job interview, or exam. The magnificent outcome to the sports game, phone call, catch up with a friend, or seeing your mother-in-law. You couldn't be grateful for the magnificent outcome for your exercise routine, your pet's vet appointment, or your medical or dental checkup. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome when an electrician, plumber, or any trade person is addressing a problem in your home. The magnificent outcome to a family outing, conversation with your child about their behavior, or heart to heart with your parents. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome to a purchase you will be making. So basically, what she's trying to say is that you can always be grateful for a magnificent outcome that will be there. Let me try and put this in a normal way. Let's say that two people get married, all right? So your friends get married. What is the first thing that you are doing? You will go and you will say, I wish you a very married, happy life. All right. So it is a way of hoping. Now, if you can put this situation aside and you can take another situation wherein your friend gets married and you start thanking them, or you start thanking the universe for the beautiful child they have, the beautiful life they have, the beautiful family they have. That is thanking for the magnificent outcome. So you are not hoping that they will have a beautiful life. You are not hoping that they will have a beautiful child. You are not hoping that they will have a beautiful family. You are definitive, you are sure about the magnificent outcome that they will bring, and you start thanking for that magnificent outcome. That is the difference. And this you can do for everything and anything in your life. If you're going to meet somebody for something important in life, you can be thankful for you can show your gratitude for the magnificent outcome. So let's say you're going to meet someone for some project or something that is important for you in your life. So without saying, oh, uh, you know, oh, I hope that this meeting is going to get me, get me the result that I'm looking for. Without saying that, put yourself into the place and say, I have the result that I'm looking for. I already achieved the result that I'm looking for. This is something very, very effective in life, because also when you do something like this, it gives you that confidence. It doesn't give you that fear of performance. Okay, it's not like that you are scared of something that might happen. You are shifting your focus, not just the gratitude way, but you're shifting your focus from the fear of performing to the happiness of the performance. So it is important. So you're shifting your thought from the fear of performing to the happiness of the performance. That sentence came out the first time. I'm not able to recall what did I say. So I think I said that you're not scared about the fear of performing, but you're happy with the performance. Yeah. So this is what we are trying to do. So it is not just, scientifically proven. It is not just good for your gratitude, but it also is good for you, because it will give you that positive attitude in life. And you can use this for anything. As she says that you can use it for anything. Such, okay, so this is okay, continuation. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome to purchase you will be making, such as a birthday gift, engagement ring, or wedding dress, or the magnificent outcome to choosing a new cell phone, new carpet, drapes, or renovation company. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome for reservation at a restaurant, or great seats for a concert, magnificent outcome for a daily mail, daily emails, or your tax refund for the year. This is something that you can do in everything. Some time back, I I I stopped saying best of luck to people. I don't say best of luck to people anymore. I congratulate them. One of my friend actually went to US for a project that he was working on, and that was an important project for him. That was an important meeting for him, and that is when I started it for the first time. That I stopped saying best of luck to people. You know, so somebody is going for uh for um for an important event in their life, and if they tell that to me, I don't say best of luck. Sometimes I forget. It's not that I'll remember it sometimes, all the time. Sometimes I do forget, but if I remember that, I have to have the gratitude associated with it. So I don't say best of luck. I'll say congratulations. So congratulations, when the person asks me, why did you say congratulations instead of best of luck? So I tell that, I'm sure about the magnificent outcome that you will have from this meeting. So it helps them. So this is what magnificent outcome is. If it helps you believe in the magical power of gratitude to create magnificent outcome, you can wave your fingers through the air and imagine you're sprinkling magic dust over the event that you want to turn out magnificently. Now, this is something that you can do. That you can think that you're sprinkling the magical dust, in the air on the result that you are anticipating, right? Something like giving an ashirwad to people that, okay, this will work out. Another time to use gratitude for magnificent outcome is when something unexpected happens during your day. When something unexpected happens, very often we jump to conclusions and immediately think there's something wrong. For example, you arrive at work and you're told that your boss wants to see you right away. The problem with jumping to conclusion and thinking that there's wrong is the law of attraction, and that says what you think and feel you will attract to you. So instead of jumping to conclusion and thinking you might be in trouble, take the opportunity to make the magic happen by being grateful for a magnificent outcome. Jumping to conclusion or being or assuming things, assuming that this is what it is something that will definitely put you on the wrong side of the universe's decision. See, your sankalpa with your bhavna very strongly, very, very strongly affects your 8:30. Thank you. So your sankalpa with bhavna very strongly affects the future that you walk into. So if you hold in you the the idea of jumping to conclusion or assuming things without being there, what is that you're doing? You are creating a future. You are creating um, the future that you're going to walk into is going to be the difficult one, because you just created that in your conclusion. So let's say if somebody calls me up and tells me a message that I want to talk to you. It's important, right? So if it is my boss or if it's my manager, if it's my colleague or somebody, this happened with me actually. So I had a call from one of the directors of the company, and she said, Steve, can you come down and meet me? She is the CEO of the company, and she said, can you come down and meet me for something? And the first thing that came to my mind, being honest to you, as a human being, the first thing that came to my mind is the fear, because I was taking a training in the company. I was thinking, why is it that she is calling me? The first thing that I did was to bring that doubt into my life, to think what can actually possibly go wrong. But the problem is that we emphasize more on the trouble factor. See, I had a choice that I can think it is going to be a magnificent outcome, or it is going to be a wrong outcome, or a conclusion that I could take. I could assume that things are going to go bad. And out of my very involuntary action, I choose to go with the conclusion, or go with jumping onto the conclusion, or assuming that it is going to go wrong. Wherein I had the option and the possibility to think that, okay, it will have a magnificent outcome, but I didn't. The first thing that I did is to jump into conclusion, oh my God, something is going to go wrong. And that is what each one of us do. We jump into conclusion. We assume things based on our perception of life. We jump to conclusion based on what is our fear. Usually, you will jump into conclusion is a is an extension of the fear that you hold in your heart. That is why you usually jump into conclusion. If you have a partner, if you have somebody in your life, you're important, and he or she does something which you are not very comfortable with, what is the first thing that happens to you? You get into an assumption, you get into a conclusion, and that conclusion, most of the time, that conclusion is actually the extension of your fear, your disagreement that you have, right? And you, as long as you have that thing, you are actually walking into, you're creating the universe for assumptions to fall in place. Remember, the law of attraction says, what is that you imagine, or what is that you think or put more energy into, is what you are slowly creating into the universe. So you have a definitive universe, right? For example, if you want to travel from one place to place A to place B, you know you have to travel. But if you think you cannot travel or you'll not get the bus, then you are making the travel difficult. The same way, when you have something, putting a negative assumptions to it, jumping onto conclusion to it, you're actually putting a negative future, creating a negative future. When you have the chance and the opportunity to think magnificent, think that it is going to be magnificent, and it is going to be fruitful to you. So your choice defines where you go this. If you miss your bus or train on your way to work, or miss a flight, or are unexpectedly delayed, instead of thinking this is bad, be grateful for the magnificent outcome, so that you put the magic into motion to receive a magnificent outcome, right? Now, a lot of times I have seen uh, people people saying bad for something that doesn't go their way. So if something is not going your way, if something is not going in the motion that you wanted it, you had so much of expectation in that. So if something is not going in your way, as per your understanding, it has gone wrong. Maybe it is wrong. I'm not saying it is right, but maybe it is wrong. But you need to have the guts to see a magnificent outcome to the mistake or the wrong that happened. So if I'm not able to get a training, if I'm not able to reach someone, or if I'm not able to meet someone at given time, there can be a magnificent outcome. I always have a choice. You will always have this choice in your life to either curse it or end it to a magnificent outcome. So you can say, oh, I could not do that. And you keep on saying, oh my God, that was a very good project. I could not get it. I am bad. Or, oh my God, that was a very good project that I could not get it. This was wrong. Or you can say, probably I'll get a better project. Probably I have a better project coming. See, if you're not getting something, the fact is that if you're not getting something, there is nothing you can do. So if this cup falls from my hand and it breaks today, there is nothing that I can do to repair it. It's not that I can go back in time and I can stop the cup from falling and I can do that. There's nothing I can do. The only thing that I can do actually is I can how I close the incident of this cup falling. So, what is the closure that I can give? I can say the cup fell down and it broke into pieces. I can say, I'll have to buy a better cup, or I think it's time to buy a new cup, right? That is the magnificent outcome that I'm giving to it. Or I can say, oh my God, this cup broke. Oh my God, this is not right. Oh, I have to go and buy. In both the situation, two things I cannot change. I cannot change the fact that the cup broke, and I cannot change the fact that I need the cup, a new cup. right? But I can always have the choice whether I cry for the cup that is broken or I associate it with a magnificent outcome. I associate it with something that good is going to happen. It's my choice. And that is what choice you have to make. If you are a parent and you are asked to attend an unexpected meeting at school about your child, instead of thinking there's a problem, be grateful for the magnificent outcome. So this happens to almost all the parents that when you go in for a PTM, right? Yeah, it's PTM, parent teacher meeting. So when you go for a PTM or when you're called in for a PTM, the first thing that comes to your mind is that, oh, what did my child do? That is your perception. That is the creation. That is the reality you're creating. Probably your child has done something really nice and the teacher wants to meet you, or maybe it's nothing associated with your child. It is just that the teacher wants to meet you for something else, something help that the help that she wants in her life. So before we know things, we put a clause to it. We put that negative energy to it. So try avoid doing that. And instead of putting that negative energy, because you cannot change the outcome, you really cannot change what is going to happen. So stop putting that negativity into it. Try to put that magnificence into it, saying that, okay, I'm going for this meeting and something magnificent is going to happen. I'm going to get something very nice from that meeting. I'm going to be blessed from that meeting. I'm going to have this thing, a nice outcome from that meeting. That is something you can do, and you can do a gratitude along with it. I'm going to have a nice outcome of this meeting. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to have. So when you say that thank you, when you put that gratitude into the magnificent outcome of something that you don't know, you're actually creating a magnificent outcome in your life. If you receive an unexpected phone call, email, letter, or the thought flashes in your mind, I wonder what's wrong, immediately be grateful for the magnificent outcome before you pick up the call or open the email or letter. You can do this for anything in your life. You can design how it works. Most of the time, you will see and experience the magnificent outcome you asked for, and occasionally, you won't even know how you benefited from an unexpected event. But when you ask for a magnificent outcome and feel sincerely grateful for it, you're using mathematical law of attraction, and you must receive a magnificent outcome somewhere at some time, guaranteed. So when you do this, it might not come to you instantly. Please do not expect that to happen. Universe doesn't work like that. So if you're looking out for a magnificent outcome, it is not necessary that, oh, you're going to get it just the next day, just the next moment, just the meeting is over. No, you have designed it, you have hoped for it, you have left a mathematical equation to be filled up by the universe. The universe will fill it up, but not at your convenience, not at my convenience. It will fill up where the equation gets balanced. Everything in this universe exists in equilibrium. Everything that functions, materialistic, non-materialistic, living, non-living, everything, we consider it non-living, but everything that exists in the universe exists in an equilibrium. So when you put a thought in that universe, when you put an equation in that universe, even that will get equilibrized. So it will become an equilibrium, but not at your convenience, at the time when the universe thinks that it is required. So you do something, you might not get the result of that. So when you design a magnificent outcome, you might not get the result of that magnificent outcome at the particular moment that you want it to come to, but it will come to you. Not today, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, maybe not within a month, but it will come to you. So what you need to do, you don't need to think about one magnificent outcome and wait for it to come back to you. No, instead of that, keep doing magnificent outcomes, keep doing magnificent outcomes. So when the circle gets completed, when the circle of the return gets completed, when it comes back to you, you will get everything in the same frequency that you gave it. So the frequency that you give a magnificent outcome is the frequency that it comes back to you. That is how the equilibrium is set by the universe, and it will come to you. Whenever you find yourself thinking there's a chance at play with something in your life, or thinking you have no control over something, or when you find yourself hoping something will turn out well, remember that there is no chance for the law of attraction. Please don't hope. No. See, when I was talking to you about this thing, that what you need to remember in this first lesson, hoping, the difference between hoping and knowing. Hoping is again with a level of uncertainty. When you hope for something to happen, when you hope for something to be nice, be positive, you're just putting a chance. Maybe that comes in with a doubt. Sorry, this is getting cold. So when you hope for something, it is with a doubt. It is not a certainty that you're putting in there. But knowing that this is what will happen is a definitiveness. It is an unexpected, or it is a certainty without any speck of doubt. Now, the reason why it can work and it works very well is because it is your choice. So I can choose to think that I messed up, or I can choose to think that it will have a nice outcome. In both the scenarios, at the present moment when I'm thinking about it, I cannot change it. Right. So it's like I want to go to supermarket. I was telling you this example, I could not finish it. So it's like I'm going to the supermarket and I think well, how do you have to go to supermarket? I'll have to drive or walk or go by bus to the supermarket. Now, me going to the supermarket is inevitable, right? I cannot change it. Can I change it? No. But what can I change? I can change the journey to the supermarket. I can think that, oh, I'll go to the supermarket, I'll get into the bus, it is going to be a nice bus, I'll get an AC bus, I'll sit there and I'll travel. Right, that is one thing. Or I can think, oh my God, I have to go to supermarket today. It's the end of the month or the start of the month. This is going to be too messy. Too many people are there. That also I can think. So it is my choice how I make the journey. You cannot change the destination, but you can definitely make the journey more interesting. And that is what matters. It is not about the destination. You'll not remember the destination, because once you reach the destination becomes irrelevant. You're already there. But what you will remember is the journey that you make. And in life, that is one thing that you need to be careful and happy about. It's about the journey that you make to the destination in your life. It is not about the destination alone. You can have a magnificent journey and you can design it. You can be positive in life. You can put positive thoughts. You can think about the positive ways you complete, or you can make it a miserable one and think that, oh, this is going wrong, that is going wrong, this will go wrong, that will go wrong, that will not happen, this will not happen. It's your choice. When you are grateful for magnificent outcomes, you're using universal law and changing hopes and chance into faith and certainty. So you're using the universal law of attraction and changing hope and chance into faith and certainty. When gratitude becomes your way of life, you automatically go into everything you do with gratitude, knowing that the magic of gratitude will produce a magnificent outcome. Remember the first quote: you will not see magic unless you believe in it. So you will not have a definitiveness in your life unless you know that it will happen, right? The difference between trust and faith is the same. So when you go and pray to God, do you trust God? Do you have faith in God? You have faith in God. Why do you have faith in God? And what is the difference between trust and faith? Trust usually requires you to have a proof. So I trust you if you stood by me in my trouble. I trust you if I have known that you have not left me. I trust you if I know that at previous occasions you have done something nice for me or haven't done nice for me. I don't trust you. But faith comes without trust. Faith doesn't ask for proof. It is knowing that it will happen. That is faith. So when you pray to God saying that I want help with money, it is not that you have a proof that God has given you money. It's not like God came like in movies, and opened up his palm and he said Tathastu, and money started flowing out from his hand into your pot you're collecting. It doesn't happen like that. So it is not about that you have had an instance where God has come and given you money, but still you know that He will give you the money. That is the faith. And that is the difference between chance and hope as well. Don't believe in chances and hopes. Believe in faith and certainty that it will happen. When gratitude becomes your way of life, you automatically go into everything you do with gratitude, knowing that the magic. So when you start saying gratitude, when you start feeling thankful for anything and everything in your life, you know that you are redesigning your life. You know that things will get better. So this happens a lot when we are in our personal relationships. If we think that, this is going nowhere, that is going nowhere, this is not going to help, my husband doesn't do this, my husband doesn't work this, my husband doesn't, my wife doesn't. I don't want to talk about husbands only because I will get messages saying that I'm being, narcissist or favoring. So let's say husband doesn't do that, wife doesn't do that. But what is that we are doing? We are designing. You cannot change the situation if your husband is not, or if your wife is not treating you properly. You cannot change the present right now. Thinking about it in the negative way is not going to change the future about either. But then you have a choice. You have a choice to think of a magnificent outcome. He's not loving me right now, or he's not caring about me right now, but eventually he will care for me. Eventually I'll have a good life. Eventually I'll understand this. So it is your choice. And being grateful to it is what designs the future you are in. People do this a lot in their relationships in life. And this defines how the relationship goes, just that we don't understand it. The more you practice magnificent outcomes and make it a daily habit, the more magnificent outcomes you will attract in your life. And the law of attraction, the more you do the magnificent outcome, the more you will attract it. Less and less you will find yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. You won't find yourself in wrong place at the wrong time, and no matter what happens in your day, you will know with absolute certainty that the outcome will be magnificent. So as you practice this every day, the universe will start putting you in the position that you are feeling the gratitude for. So you will not be in wrong time, wrong place. You will not be having a situation that you don't want to face. Eventually, you will come a full circle and you'll start living it in a nice environment. So it is like take a cup of water and if you have, let's say I have got bad water in this cup, okay? So this cup is filled with let's say coffee. Now coffee, let's say, not saying coffee is bad, but let's say coffee is black in color, so it looks like a dirty water. And if I have to put this into if I have to convert this in water, plain water, I have two options, right? I can throw this coffee out and I can refill the cup with water. That is one option, but we cannot do that in life. In coffee, we can do that, but in life, we cannot do that. We cannot get into an amnesia. We don't have the technology to erase everything and put back into the thing. We cannot do that. So the other option that we can do with the cup and in life is that we keep adding a spoon of, let's say, water, right? Slowly, the coffee will get diluted. And the more water we add, the more goodness that we add in this, the more it will start getting diluted, 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 diluted. And eventually, at one stage in life, this cup will have no coffee. It will have only water. And that is exactly how gratitude works. You cannot expect. You have done so many things in your life. You have so many negativity in your life that you always thought it is not going to happen. So if you have done 10,000 thoughts which are negative in life, and just because you learned today that a positive thought will change your life, and thinking that positive one thought is going to erase, if I put a drop of water in a cup full of coffee, what do I get? Do I get coffee or do I get water? I get coffee because that is the majority in there. So if I keep adding that water droplets into my cup of coffee, eventually it will expel out the coffee, the cup will start overflowing and eventually it will have water. The same way, if I put gratitude into my life and I put slowly, 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 eventually I will have things and I will have situations wherein I have to be so grateful about, so nice about. That is why people who have money, they make more money because they are grateful for the money. It is not just the thing they make grateful. The reason why the reason why people who are uh, thieves, people who are doing everything wrong in their life, they are successful. We always say that, oh, he's so crooked, but he's successful. Oh, he's so bad, but he's successful. He has money. The reason is that the people who are successful in their life, they don't doubt when they're doing a wrong thing. So if there is a thief, he has to steal something from your house. He is never going to think, oh, I'm going into the house, I will get caught, and if I get caught, I will go to the police station, then I'll go to the jail. He will never think that. What does he think? Although he is going to do something non-sattvic, but he will think, I will get into the house, I will steal the thing, I will go to the shop, I will sell it, and I'll make money, right? So he at all time is putting that into the positive part from his point of view. If you or me, if anybody has to do stealing, what is the first thing that comes to, oh my God, if I steal, I should not get caught. If I get caught, it will be very bad because people will come to know about it and they will know that I was trying to steal. So we put our thought into the negative outcome. That is why people who are crooked in life, they are so successful because they never think about a negative aspect. They are doing it negatively, but from their point of view, they always have the magnificent outcome. And we need to learn that in our life. It's a beautiful thing that we need to learn in our life. At the beginning of today, choose three separate situations where you would like magnificent outcome. You can choose three things that are important to you in your life currently, such as a job interview coming up, an application for loan, an exam, or a doctor's appointment. You can also start selecting three things that are normally humdrum activities. Humdrum activities is common activities for you because when magic happens to those humdrum activities, you will be really convinced that you attracted the magnificent outcome. For example, you could choose to drive to work, doing this ironing, going to bank or post office, picking up the kids, paying the bills, or collecting emails. So what she's trying to do is that select three things. Okay, anything that is very common in your life, something that you do, and select a magnificent outcome for it. Let's say I'm going to drive today to the institute that I'm going for. All right, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to drive. I'm going to have a beautiful time. I'm going to have a beautiful occasion, meeting someone really nice. I'll speak to that person. It is going to give me a beautiful result. So my intent of going to the institute is going to end with on a positive note. Select three things, three activities that you do, and try to put a magnificent outcome to it. Try to do it with small. Whenever you start something with gratitude, always start with small thing. Don't go for bigger this thing because big, no matter how big, when you select something big, so if I sit down and I select and I say that, oh, I want to have 1 crore rupee in my account, not possible, not possible. So I know that it is not possible. I can eventually plan it. Okay, eventually within a year I'm going to have 1 crore account in my account. So that is something that will happen. But you know things don't flip over. It is an equation. It has to be balanced. So you have to go smaller steps. You start with something small, and that is how you add on to things. The same way, choose something very common that you do and select a magnificent outcome to it and try to complete it. Make a written list of three situations you have chosen for the magnificent outcome. Use gratitude's magical power, and as you write each one, imagine you're writing about each one after it has happened. So when you select for a magical outcome, take three situations that is very common in your life and write about them, and write as if you already had a magnificent outcome to it. So instead of writing thank you, write Thank you for the magnificent outcome. Thank you for the magnificent outcome to me traveling to my institute that I got this. Do that. For the second step of this magnificent magical practice, you're going to choose three unexpected things that arise today and use the magical power of gratitude for their magnificent outcomes as well. So you can select for something you can select that is definitive in nature. So something that you do every day, that is a common occurrence, something that you do every day, that you can select for three of them. And then the next three, you can select for activities that you're not sure about, right? So if I go to the institute, I know that I go to the institute, I train people, then I come back. That is a definitiveness. I can put a magnificent ending to it, or I can select as if I have to go to the supermarket today. So I don't know what is going to happen in the supermarket. My intent of going to the supermarket ends the moment I reach the supermarket or the moment I pick up the things that I want. But then I can add a magnificent ending to it as well. I can say that, okay, I'm going to the supermarket. It is going to be a good one. It is going to be a fruitful visit. It is going to be a helpful visit. It is going to be an interesting visit. Then I am putting the magnificent outcome with gratitude to it. That also you can do. So the second step, you're going to choose three unexpected things that arise today and use the magical power of gratitude for their magnificent outcome. You could do this practice before you take the phone call or before you open the email or three letters in the mail, before you do an unexpected errand or anything else unexpected that comes in the day. This part of the practice is not so much, but what unexpected events you choose as it is about you. Practice gratitude for magnificent outcomes on the little unexpected things. Each time unexpected event arises, close your eyes briefly if you can and mentally say and feel the magical word. Thank you for the magical outcome too. So the next time you want to start something, let's say you want to write something today, or you want to send an email today, or you want to read an email today, or you want a message that is come to your mobile and you want to read it, you're not sure about it, you can just, before you open the email, give it a stillness, slow down in your life a little bit and say, thank you for the magical outcome this will have. So this email is going to help me. This email is going to be fruitful for me. This email is going to be nice for me. Do that and it will change the way you look at it. It will change the way things happen to you. You can't do this magical practice too much because you can't do this magical practice too much because the more you practice it, the more magnificent outcomes you will have in your life. As a matter of course, by practicing it today, you will get into the idea of it, idea of it, and in the future, you will ever find yourself in a situation where you're hoping for a good outcome or thinking you need luck. You will immediately turn to the magical power of gratitude and make magnificent outcomes a certainty in your life. you you can't do this magical practice too much is a negative way. So there is
It's 9 o'clock.
thank you. So there is never enough. So you can actually do it as many times as you want. So this is about, creating a magical outcome and letting it go. Let the universe take care of it. It will come back to you in some other situation, some other event, some other place, some other time, but it will, because it is an event that you have thought, you have created an equation, and the universe will balance it. So when you creating a situation where you're thankful for something, you are creating an opportunity for yourself and leaving it to the universe, and the universe will fulfill that. Universe will complete that equation for you. You are writing the equation, the universe completes it. And that is what magnificent outcome is about in life. We all have the option, we all have the choice to do this the way we want. So either you think negative about what is going to happen, end it negatively, or be thankful for the preemptive gratitude. That is being grateful for something that hasn't happened but will happen, right? That is preemptive gratitude, and it rewires your subconscious mind. The next time you are doubtful about a situation, you're doubtful about an event, you're doubtful about something that is going to happen in your life, you're rewiring your subconscious mind that, yes, instead of being doubtful, I am being hopeful, I'm being definitive in life. So instead of hoping, I know that it will happen good. And that is how you rewire not just your life, but your subconscious mind as well. So, coming to magic practice number 21, as usual, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread the list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. Please say thank you with your bhavna. Please do not say this without the emotion attached to it. Don't just say thank you, thank you, thank you. No, it doesn't work. Be grateful for what has happened, no matter how good, how bad, whatever it is, be grateful. So even if it's people, when our elders say whatever happens, happens for good, this is exactly what they mean. Whatever happens, happens for good. So this is what it is. Be grateful. At the beginning of the each day, choose three things or situations that are important to you where you want magnificent outcomes. So select three things that you want that should have a magnificent outcome. As you go through your day, choose three unexpected events that come in your way where you can be grateful for a magnificent outcome. Each time, close your eyes and mentally say and feel, thank you for the magnificent outcome. So things that you're not certain in your life. So things that life throws at you at every nook and corner, and you're not sure what is going to happen. Instead of being worried about it, instead of putting it into a futuristic path where you are giving yourself something negative, try to be try to imagine it as a magnificent outcome. Try to make, consistent, practice it consistently, that your mind does not get into a doubt mode, but it gets into a gratitude mode. It gets into a mode where it is saying, okay, thank you, this is going to help me, this will help me, this will give me a good result, this is going to create something good for me, right? And just before you go to sleep, this is again the something that she always says. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold a magic rock in one hand, say the magic word, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Uh, Sometimes you will not have best thing yesterday, last night. I didn't have anything good, and I was thinking, what is something best that happened in my life? And eventually, I came up with the best thing that happened in my life yesterday was that my mom made a very nice curry, and I had it. That was the best thing. But yes, I'm thankful for that. That was the best thing that happened in my life, and I'm thankful for it. And I really hope that this lesson helps you to rewire your subconscious mind, to put yourself into a phase in life where you are designing a better life for yourself. And I hope that this lesson helps you in all the way. And I really hope that you were able to get something nice out of it. Thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you very much for being here. Try to use this magical practice in your life. Try to design the life the way you want it, the way you love it. And I hope that everybody has a magical outcome in everything that you do. Have a lovely day ahead of you. Take care of yourself, and thank you very much for listening to me and being a part of this session. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye, everyone.